But I couldn't do that. That didn't sound right, midnight plane to Houston.
No, it doesn't at all.
You know, plus I didn't like flying that much.
Of all the voices in the pop pantheon, one of the richest, warmest, and most comforting belongs to Gladys Knight. She began singing with her siblings at age 8, calling themselves the Pips. The group opened for R&B legends in the 1950s, then headed to Motown and crossed over to pop music. As Gladys Knight and the Pips, they recorded their signature song, Midnight Train to Georgia. Knight left the Pips around 1989 and continued to perform and record as a solo artist. Today, she's known fondly as the Empress of Soul.
Trained most of the time when I was young, going to different concerts and stuff, and I felt more comfortable with that. So I talked to Jim. Jim Weatherly wrote this song.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Net Worth Now, where you get to see the lifestyle and net worth of your favorite celebrities. We hope you enjoy these videos, and if you do, please remember to hit the like button and comment below who your favorite celebrity is so we can feature them in an upcoming video.
Her full name is Gladys Maria Knight, also known as Empress of Soul. She was born on May 28, 1944 in Atlanta, Georgia, United States, making her 77 years old at the time of this production. She stands at 161 centimeters or 5 feet 4 inches tall. In 2017, Knight helped raise $400,000 for the Children's Learning Centers of Fairfield County. The event took place at the Palace Theater, co-hosted by Carol Ann Riddell and Alan Coulter. She is an active philanthropist working for several causes, including AIDS and HIV, children, diabetes, and health. Knight married her first husband, an Atlanta musician named Jimmy Newman, at the age of 16. The marriage produced 2 children, James and Kenya, before Newman, a drug addict, abandoned the family and died only a few years later. Her second marriage, to Barry Hankerson, ended acrimoniously in 1979, after 5 years in a prolonged custody battle over their son, Shanga. Knight married to author and motivational speaker Les Brown in 1995. That marriage ended in 1997. In addition to tumultuous love life, Knight suffered through a severe gambling problem that lasted more than a decade. In the late 1980s, after losing $45,000 in one night at a baccarat table, Knight joined Gamblers Anonymous, which helped her quit the habit. Since 1978, Knight has lived in Las Vegas, close to her mother, Elizabeth, and 2 of her children and their families. She frequently performs in Las Vegas and beyond, and published a memoir, Between Each Line of Pain and Glory, My Life Story, in 1997. With the Pips, she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1996 and received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Rhythm and Blues Foundation in 1998. In April 2001, Knight married William McDowell, a corporate consultant that she had reportedly met 10 years earlier and had only begun dating the previous January.
Because they tell them real bare stories, you know? And so I asked him if we could do it that way, and he said, of course, do whatever you want to do with it.
Singer and actress Gladys Knight started on the road to success at an early age. She made her solo debut at the age of 4, singing at the Mount Moriah Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia. Not long after, she won a prize for her performance on the televised Ted Mack Amateur Hour. In 1952, an 8-year-old Knight formed the Pips with her brother and sister, Meryl and Brenda, and 2 cousins, Eleanor and William Guest. Another cousin, Edward Patton, and Langston George later joined the group, after Brenda and Eleanor left to get married. George left by 1960, with young Gladys supplying the throaty vocals and the Pips providing impressive harmonies and inspired dance routines. The group soon earned a following on the so-called Chitlin circuit in the South, opening for popular acts like Jackie Wilson and Sam Cooke. While their first single, Whistle My Love, was released by Brunswick in 1957, The Pips didn't score a bona fide hit until 1961 when they released Every Beat of My Heart. But it was when the group began recording with Motown Records in the mid-1960s and teamed up with songwriter-producer Norman Whitfield that their careers took off. In 1967, the Pips' version of Whitfield's I Heard It Through the Grapevine, later a huge hit for Marvin Gaye, crossed over from the rhythm and blues charts to the pop charts. Their popularity increased with the success of singles like Nitty Gritty, Friendship Train, and If I Were Your Woman, combined with touring performances with the Motown Revue and numerous TV appearances. Knight and the Pips left Motown in 1973 for Buddah Records, a subsidiary of Arista. Ironically, their last Motown single, Neither One of Us Wants to Be the First to Say Goodbye, became the Pips' first #1 crossover hit and a Grammy winner for the Best Pop Vocal Performance in 1973. The group, now known officially as Gladys Knight and the Pips, was riding higher than ever during the mid-1970s with a smoother, more accessible sound, a hit album, Imagination, and 3 gold singles. In 1974, the group recorded the soundtrack for the film Claudine, with songs written by Curtis Mayfield. The soundtrack album spawned the hit single On and On. Their next album, I Feel a Song, included Knight's hit version of Marvin Hamlish, The Way We Were, also popularized by Barbra Streisand. The album's title track became a #1 soul hit. Knight and the Pips hosted their TV special in the summer of 1975 and in 1976. Knight made an appearance in the film Pipe Dreams, for which she and the Pips also recorded the soundtrack album. She later co-starred opposite comedian Flip Wilson on the 1985-1986 sitcom Charlie and Company. Due to legal problems with Buddah, Knight and the Pips were forced to record separately in the last years of the 1970s, although they continued performing together in live gigs. After signing a new contract with Columbia, the group released 3 reunion albums during the early 1980s, About Love, Touch, and Visions, scoring hits with singles such as Landlord, produced by the Ace songwriting team Ashford and Simpson, Save the Overtime for Me, and You're Number One. Knight collaborated with the Saints United Voices for her 2005 gospel album One Voice, which did well. Knight's 2006 album, Before Me, also received a warm reception. Throughout the 1990s, Knight continued to tour and record, producing the successful 1994 album, Just For You, earning acclaim for her consistency, solid vocals, and hard-working performance style. In addition to her musical career, she also played a recurring role in the 1994 TV series New York Undercover. Knight has also appeared on Living Single and Jag. On the big screen, she had a role in Tyler Perry's I Can Do Bad All By Myself in 2009. In 2012, Knight decided to take on another part by joining the cast of Dancing with the Stars, the popular television competition, and strutting her stuff against actress Melissa Gilbert, actor Jaleel White, and TV personality Sherry Shepard. 2 years later, she released another studio album, the gospel-infused Where My Heart Belongs. In early 2019, it was announced that Knight would sing the national anthem before Super Bowl 53.
A song, if I don't believe it, or if I don't feel it, you know.
Yeah.
And so that's what I like doing with my music.
Her estimated annual salary is around $1.5 to $2 million. As of 2021, she is estimated to be worth $28 million. She owns a house in Fairview, North Carolina, where she reportedly lives, and also owns a house in Henderson, Nevada. In her garage, you can find a Mercedes S1 165 AMG, a Kia Soul, an Aston Martin DB9 Volante, and a Range Rover Vogue.